Hot dogs are great for cookout, but not if you're talking about your pets. Here with facts to help you keep your dogs cool this summer, our resident veterinarian, early show correspondent, Dr. Debbye Turner Bell. Good morning.
Good morning to you.
So I have a quiz.
I have a quiz. Are you ready?
All right. Are you going to give me the quiz?
I'm going to give you the quiz.
Okay. All right.
You want me to say the statement? The first statement is, dogs tolerate heat better than people because they pant so much. Is that fact or fiction?
I don't think so.
No, you're absolutely right. That's fiction. They pant so much because they do not have sweat glands over their bodies, and it's their only efficient way of getting rid of heat.
Only be able to respirate, right?
That is exactly right.
Yeah.
So they succumb to the heat much faster than we do. So that's why this segment is so important.
Okay.
Here's the next one. You ready? Mm-hmm. Dogs with flat faces are especially susceptible to the heat.
I'm going to get, we talked about the different shapes of animals' faces the other day. Yes. We know they don't breathe as well, so I'm guessing that's probably true.
That is fact. And we have here some examples. We have 2 English bulldogs and 1 French bulldog in the middle. Yeah. That's Rosie, Pepe, and Louie. Mm-hmm. And because of their structure, they're less efficient breathers, as you already know, which makes them less efficient at getting rid of heat. Sure. So their only way to do it through panting is impaired because of their morphology, because of their structure. Right. So these dogs you especially need to keep in the air conditioning and keep out of the heat.
Wow, smart.
Yeah. Also, young dogs, we have puppies right here behind you, by the way, are from the Liberty Humane Society in Jersey City. Yeah. They do need homes for our New York viewers.
But puppies are more
susceptible to the heat because they haven't perfected thermoregulation yet. Older dogs are more susceptible. Sick dogs are more susceptible. And guess what? Obese animals are more susceptible to the heat.
All makes sense. All right, give me another question.
Okay, here we go. Pets are okay in the car for 15 minutes or less.
Are you crazy? No way.
No way is absolutely right.
Because the temperature goes up in a car like in 2 seconds in the summer.
The Humane Society determined that the temperature can go up as much as 30 degrees per minute.
Right.
So after 10 minutes, it goes up to like 102 degrees. By 30 minutes, it's 130 degrees. You're cooking your animal.
You would no more put a kid or a pet in a car.
Never, ever, ever. In fact, if you think you're going to leave them in there, leave them at home in the air conditioning.
All right, good.
Shall we move on?
Yes, please.
All right. Shaving fluffy, furry pets can help keep them cool.
I would think so.
That's what most people say, but no, actually, we have a big furry, fuzzy pet here. This is a Great Pyrenees, and their fur acts as a natural sunscreen.
How about
because their skin is sensitive to the sun and can be sunburned.
Right.
So you should not shave them down.
But that's for sunburn versus whether or not the dog is going to be cool. Is the dog, now if you're not going to have the dog out in the sun, if you shave them down, could he at least be cooler?
Well, you can shave them down if they're not going to be out in the sun, but I don't recommend it because they have this fur for a reason.
Okay.
What's most important is to keep them inside in the air conditioning. This is what I like to say: if you're hot, your dog is hot.
Yeah.
And if you're uncomfortable, the dog is uncomfortable. So a big dog like this, you want to keep them inside. Don't shave them down.
All right. Give me another one.
Okay, here we go. I want to thank, by the way, Maxwell for coming. Applying sunscreen on a dog is a waste of time. I think I know what you're going to say.
No, I don't know because, you just said the dog has the natural, whatever barriers to the sun with its fur. So I'm going to guess that ought to do it. Should you put sunscreen on a dog?
It is
I don't
not
know.
a waste of time. We have a little sunscreen right over here, formulated especially for dogs. I mean, that right there. Because of course they lick their bodies, so you want to get one that's formulated for them. So if they lick it off, it's not toxic to them.
Smart.
But for the areas that are exposed to the sun, like the tip of the nose, the tip of their ears, and their groin.
Because I've seen dogs with sunburned noses.
Yes. So you put a little sunscreen on that protects them.
All right, give me another one.
Shall we keep going?
I like this.
All right. Some other way. Let's see. Where's my next one? Profuse salivation is a sign of dog having trouble with the heat.
That's when they're really just dripping from the jowls, right?
Yeah.
I'm going to guess it doesn't matter.
It does matter.
Okay.
That is a sign of heat exhaustion.
Wow.
I want to give you a few signs of heat exhaustion. Okay. Panting, profuse salivation.
Right.
If they...
this would be in a dog that doesn't salivate normally.
Right.
Like, because we had the
or
dogs
they salivate
the other day
more
that
than
were,
they
like,
normally
all over the place.
They got these long tracks coming down.
Then you know for sure.
Yes. Right. The dry gums.
Okay.
All right. If they're lethargic or weak, then they're succumbing to the heat. Or if they seem confused or disoriented, this tells you your pet is overheating,
Right.
you need to cool them down right away, which leads me
Okay.
to my next one. Do we have time?
Go ahead.
Okay.
If you spray water on it, can you spray cold water on a dog and will it cool him
That's
down?
it. If your dog overheats, should
Yeah.
you douse them with ice cold water?
Probably not,
No.
because it's a shock.
It's going to cause their blood vessels to vasoconstrict, get smaller.
Right.
Makes it harder for them to get rid of the heat. So you can put cool water on them. First thing you need to do is get them out of the sun, get them out of the heat, put them
Right.
in a cool place.
Sure.
And then you can pack their neck and their groin
Yeah.
with some ice. That's okay.
Yeah.
All right.
You know, the graphic that you had up before with all the confusing and the dripping and the jowls and all
Yeah.
that stuff, I feel like that a lot of days.
You feel like that a lot?
Yeah,
Do we
yeah.
need to pack some ice around your neck?
Maybe.
All right.
Dr. Debbye Turner Bell,
That's
thank
it?
you so much.
All right.
A lot happens early on The Early Show, weekday mornings on CBS.